Welcome to the Australia Edge Student Conversation, where we bring you real stories of international students who are shaping their future with a global mindset. If you're studying abroad or planning to, this series is designed to help you explore, adapt, and thrive in your international journey. True international exposure isn't just about traveling or studying overseas. It begins with how you think, connect, and communicate. In this episode, we made Thiri Yang, a proud Melbourne University graduate from Myanmar, who has transformed her education in Australia into a journey of becoming a true global citizen. Thiri completed her Bachelor's of Commerce and Master's of Management Human Resources, and through her time in Australia, she discovered that success abroad comes from authentic communication, confidence, and connection. As Thiri says, knowing English is important, but true communication and connection go beyond language. In this inspiring conversation, Thiri shares the incredible support and opportunities Australia offers international students, from academic help to well-being and career services. Why building a global mindset matters more than ever in today's interconnected world, and how fun and curiosity and friendships are just as important as study and preparation. Her story reminds us that studying in Australia is more than earning a degree. It's about becoming part of a global community. Watch now to discover how Thiri created her own Australia Edge and how you can do too. Good morning, Thiri.
Good morning, and thanks for inviting Shahina. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, that's what it is. And take your time on this Sunday. I know you're very busy, you're doing multiple things, and
Oh no. Actually, to be honest, I have nothing on today, so thanks for inviting me.
perfect. So we can do
Yeah.
this every Sunday then. No, not every Sunday.
Yeah.
No, but really, really appreciate your time because the concept we have for the Australia Edge is that we really want to bring in our students who could share their stories, mostly around the preparation and their life in Australia, the hacks that you had during your journey, which you could perhaps share with the ones who are planning to come and who have recently arrived in Australia and they are looking for just managing everything because as you know in the beginning it's harder as
Mm.
settle in it gets easier but that's the time when most students want to know how to do things and I'm also speaking to some of the parents and like oh wow there's so much to do and I'm like yeah and they've never done a lot of things before coming to Australia so I get it it's super busy for everyone and that's why really really appreciate your time because it's nothing like learning from someone who's taken this journey before.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we'll do is that we will just go through a set of questions, and the reason we have those questions so that is efficient, and we keep improving these questions on the basis of what students actually need. So just to start with, yes, let's go with your introduction. When did you come to Australia? What did you study? How has been your journey? A quick way so that we don't make it too long, but still want to know about you first.
Yeah. So I'm Thiri. I came here in 2020, so that was 5 years ago, and I did my college here, Trinity College, like a
And you
foundation
came
study.
during COVID or just before COVID?
Right before COVID.
Oh,
So I'm
right
born
before
before
COVID.
COVID.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
sad story. I arrived, I was like very
Mm,
excited for everything, and then
yeah.
yeah, and then after a month, yeah, COVID hit. So then my whole foundation year, the whole year, 2020 to 2021, I
Yeah.
experienced lockdown. So
Yeah.
didn't enjoy much of the didn't enjoy much of
Campus
the content,
life. You missed the
no
campus life
campus
at the
life.
beginning. Yeah.
I made 5 friends. Those 5 friends lasted until the end of foundation studies, and then that continued as I entered University of Melbourne. So I started my bachelor's in 2021, right after my foundation studies in Trinity
Mhm.
College, and that was a 3 years of Bachelor of Commerce from 2021 till the end of 2023, December.
Oh, okay.
So after
And
that, I was like, I'm not that ready to pursue a career or yeah, so I just decided to study a bit more. So I did my master's right after my bachelor's, and that was from February 2024 until 2025 July. So I just graduated recently.
Okay, congratulations. Huh?
Thank you. So yeah.
Okay, so coming back to our interview structure, like the first one I really love asking our students is that if your international student journey was a superhero journey,
Mm,
which superhero you would be, or which superhero you said your journey could most relate to?
um, I feel like connection. If I have that superpower to connect with everyone that I know, to know
Oh,
to build a bond immediately, to
oh my
get
God. Yeah.
culture nuances, like especially when you want to build the bond with like local people, but then you're not aware of the culture. But I wish I had the superpower to like bond instantly and then to connect them like
Oh,
instantly, but it's almost impossible. Yeah,
yeah. How important is that? It takes time, the connection bit.
takes time. Yeah.
I had traveled Australia multiple times before I started living here. And I must tell you, I felt the same. I think, oh, I have been here so many times before. Why it's so different now? Yes, the connection bit is something. Got it. Okay. So describe your first week in Australia in one word.
I would say it's very eye-opening.
Okay.
Because um, I think when I arrived, I was only like about to turn 17, so very, very
Oh,
young.
very young. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just got sent here with another friend to do to college by my parents and her parents. So yeah, so
Of
two kids
course.
on the
Yeah.
street
Yeah.
strolling around. Yeah, it was eye-opening in that sense because
Mm.
I was very new to the city because I have actually not like I haven't been to Melbourne. This was the first time that
First
I
time. Yeah.
landed in Melbourne, but then the first time also like studying abroad, right? Yeah, and then like all the city was very bustling and then
Mm.
everything was just overwhelming at first, but then I got used to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, of course, when students decide to study overseas, so the cultural curiosity is a big part of it, which is normally we call international exposure, right? So
Mm.
how curious you were before coming to Australia, like on 1 to 10, like what was your curiosity about other cultures?
I feel like international exposure, what I understood was like my physical presence and being able to
Mhm.
um like like have the experience of traveling abroad, right? So I didn't think of that much, but that
You
was
didn't
what
think of that
my
much.
mind
Okay.
at first because I was so young, right? I was like, oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm about to leave my goddamn country now. I get to see the whole new world waiting for me, right?
That's right.
So I was so
Yeah,
excited. So
actually, yeah, it's this is a very serious question in that regard because no one thinks really about it. What is it and why do I need it? Okay. So with that, I just want to know that at some point with your initial experience, what point you realize at some point that you are now thinking more global? Like you didn't realize, but you've become more open
mm,
and you're really not thinking and you're not feeling that initial, the hard, tough emotions you had. When did that happen?
um I feel like when I first came, I was just like very happy about everything, right? But then
Yeah.
when I think culture shock hits, and then I miss my home a lot, like homesickness.
Yeah, that's a
And
big
then
one.
I remember because I lived with homestay for like two
Mhm.
weeks because
Mhm.
my student accommodation wasn't ready or there was something wrong with the contract starting date. So I was with my homestay family
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, and that was where I was like, ooh, the lifestyle is very much different. And then I had to kind of expand my like trying to adapt to this new culture and trying
Mhm.
to um see it from a yeah, trying to accept it, I guess, because I'm very much used to like being brought up in an Asian family. So
Yeah.
living with a homestay family was um a very shocking at first. Like yeah, it was a very different from the
Yeah.
food they call it brekkie. They don't even call it breakfast. And then those
Yes.
things like that, right, really forced me to actually expand that kind of mindset, like to think more globally,
Yeah.
not
Mm.
like first when I was back in Myanmar, like I thought, oh yeah, my culture is the only culture, right? But then when you actually step outside, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's like
There's,
more people, different culture that exist, and then you just have
yeah.
to adapt and understand
Yeah.
and even try to speak with them, like try to like show that you understand them, right?
Yeah.
Build that empathy and bond with those people.
Bond.
So that was where I think yeah, like the global mindset kind of thing sparked in my head that I have to
Yeah.
understand another new culture apart from my own.
Yeah, that's a very important part of the whole journey. Like it's something that even I discovered recently, and I gave a name to it because it's a mindset that we all need, especially if we are living with so many different cultures here in Australia. But sometimes, well, if we live in that environment long enough, we automatically become one. But in the beginning, it's hard, right?
Even now, I feel like I'm not one yet.
Yeah.
But
So
still learning.
one question for you is: so can you have a real international exposure without a global mindset?
No, I don't think so. Like
No.
I mentioned, like what I understood from international exposure is like physically present and the experience. But what comes with global mindset would be really understanding the culture, the
Mhm.
adequate, like how the social adequate, work adequate, just understanding the whole as
Mm.
the culture. I think that's
Yeah.
where global mindset is really important, but not just like physically being there, but then you're not trying to adapt yourself in that new culture or understand what's happening around you. So
Yeah.
that's, I think, where global mindset plays an important
Yeah.
role.
So being present, being aware that this is
Yeah.
it's nothing special and sudden that's happening to anyone, but it's just something that requires a bit of reflection and presence about like what exactly it is and why it's different because you're suddenly in a very different environment. Like it's like swimming. As soon as you enter the water, you have to breathe differently, right?
Yeah, you're forced sometimes you're like, oh, I just have to breathe differently.
Exactly. Okay, so if you give your past self an advice about adopting new culture, what would that be?
Mm, I feel like really making local friends, local Aussies. I mean, trying to really get to know them, because I feel
Mhm.
like when I came here, I tend to like to stick into my own bubble or my comfort zone. So I try to find my community.
But do
Like
you think that's important? Because initially,
it's
like at
important in the
home,
beginning.
so you need your own comfort too, right?
That's important, but like when you are too comfortable, you start to not
Mhm.
expand your connection.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I'm so comfortable in this bubble. It feels no difference back in Myanmar because like you're just with these people, like. But then
Yeah.
that's the comfort is not what makes you thrive, right? That when you're
Yes.
too comfortable
Yes.
in one environment, then you're not willing to expand your skills and other things. You're not looking forward to try new things. I think that's what I'm scared of. What I would want to
Yeah.
change one
Yeah.
thing.
And also, when you're a student, you also have limited time and you have so many other things to look after.
Mm.
uh, Unless you're really present and you have a plan for this sort of connection, it's a little hard to execute as well because it's not that easy, right? You have your own
Really.
personality, and then you also have, people around you who have different priorities in life. So it needs a little bit of. So thank you. Yeah, I get it. Like it's a tough one. And it will take students out of their comfort zone, but it's very important, right?
Mm.
Okay, so coming back to the PACE model. So which aspect of preparation have really helped you to succeed in Australia? Like how do you prepare for things in Australia, for your studies, for work, for other things? What is your preparation tip or gate?
Like before I came here,
Mhm.
I feel like knowing English is definitely like a bonus. Like
Okay.
that's yeah,
Mm.
preparing like how to write, how to read, how to speak a decent English is really important.
Yeah.
Because Australia is English
Yeah.
spoken country, although like accent may vary, but I think language is definitely
Yeah.
one thing that we should prepare for.
Mhm.
And I think like before you come to Australia, I think it's really good. Start to watch like some entertainment that will be a
Yes.
movie produced
Yeah.
by Australian Australian director or someone filming this film is from Australia. Just getting to
Hmm.
know this country as a whole, see
Mm.
where the culture, like what,
Mm.
just learn a little bit about this country. Could be
Yeah.
through entertainment lens, or just through searching on the Google, or yeah, just reading stuff about this country. I think it's really good to have that
Yeah.
knowledge ahead as you step into this whole new country and new journey as you move
Yeah.
abroad.
So the familiarity brings takes your comfort to next level, right? The if you're familiar, then you wouldn't be feeling that uncomfortable or scared. Like it's something that, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
Perfect. So how have you adapted to challenges since you arrived?
Mm. I feel like one thing was my college did help me a lot in terms of academic stuff. I wouldn't say anything with because they did help me a lot how to reference, adapt to
Mm.
that lecture, like teaching style, which is very different from what I have learned back then.
Mm-hmm.
So my college did really well in terms of like me adapting academically and then knowing gonna happen in the uni setting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but challenges I faced along with more with like meeting people and
Okay.
trying to read like what's on their face and then also trying to
Yeah.
read the all those soft skills that I picked up
Mm.
along the way. Mm, yeah, and then I did like I faced challenges in terms of that, but I did overcome through developing those soft skills, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So that experience kind of helped you to really feel being a part of the community because once you started connecting and communicating, that's when you felt, okay, now it feels better.
Yeah,
I can do better.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I know you already said that your superpower, if you choose one out of those PACE model, is communication,
Yeah.
right? And that's
A
something
connection.
we connecting with people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to discuss a bit more like in communication what exactly was challenging for you, like is it about how people speak here, or is it the English itself, or is it the hesitation of not knowing the culture? What was it?
Oh yes, in terms of communication, because like we used to learn those grammar textbook, and then
Yeah,
we usually go like if someone say hi to you, how's your day? And then you have to say, I'm fine. But that's not how things work here. That's so
that's not
weird.
how it works. Yeah, good day,
Yeah, so
mate.
like if someone
How do you say
yeah, if
that?
someone
Hmm.
yeah, so you kind of learn it with the locals or as you
Yeah,
work or like just uni friends that you make. Like when someone say hi to you, just say, "Oh, I'm good," or like, "Oh, how about you?" You like, things like that. More naturally, I guess, in terms of communication, like picking up that local slangs or culture nuances, I guess.
yeah,
And one thing about Australia that they used to say hey mate, right? And then I
yes,
was like, oh,
hey
a
mate.
bit rude. Like, is that a bit casual? Is it a bit informal? And then I got used to it. It's just the way that they use the word. So
Yeah,
yeah, picking up these little things and then say
yeah.
like just trying to when you talk to people,
Hmm.
um just make it natural and then like you want to make this conversation smooth, right? So
No,
I
yes,
feel
of
like
course. Yeah.
communication is another level if you can um adapt in these cultural nuances and then
Hmm.
like slangs and then like making this conversation smooth. It's a skill set apart from just being fluent in English. I think that's two different things.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you say that. So you are segregating English from communication. So of course you need English because that's you it's must. It's like you can't do anything without it. But then
Yeah,
communicating effectively is more than language.
yeah, it's more than language.
It's
Yeah.
more than language. Okay, perfect. Um, any one challenge you think as an international student you think you had, but the way you dealt it, it made you in fact stronger and do better in your journey?
Mm, um, I feel like time management would be not really time management, but dealing with because like I think that was how I was brought up. I was always brought up with like tuitions back then. Like we had
Oh,
like
yes.
classes, tuitions, like everything
Substitutions, yes.
packed.
Yeah,
Oh my
yep.
goodness. And then when I came here, I was like, oh my God, there's no such thing. There's only university. After
Yes.
university, you have the time all for yourself.
Mm.
So I kind of like to make myself occupied. So that's how
Mm-hmm.
I adapt into different things, managing my time into different slots and then
Yeah.
just filling those gaps in because I'm also used to kind of like being occupied back in the days. So
Yes.
when I got here, I kind of follow the same thing, but then slightly yeah, making it my way instead of like doing stuff that I don't like. Like my parents
Okay.
forced me to do that, but here I get to manage my own time. So that's how I adapt things and then make sure that I'm actually productive each day. Yeah,
Yeah.
productivity and then time management. I think that's how I try to conquer my challenges if I had one. Like,
So that
yeah.
comes your adaptability skills that
Yes,
you
yes,
knew
yes.
how it was there, and you knew it's perhaps not everything translates as it is in this new space, right? So adapting to new way of managing your academic schedule.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
But
it is time, but it is not just time. It is also your sometimes being aware of exactly what is it that's different, like why it doesn't fit in this new environment, right?
mm,
Knowing about it. So
yeah.
perhaps time management is just one part of it, but
Mm,
being aware and reflection on exactly,
yeah,
okay, here it's different, it's a big lecture, then there is a tutoring as well, but then there is other academic support. There are multiple ways of doing it. It's not
mm,
called it's not tuition, but
yeah.
there is enough support
Yeah, right.
to excel in your academics, but it's different. It's not the same.
Mm. Yeah, it's
Mm,
different. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Um, okay, so what is one of your biggest wins in your journey? Like, what is like you're really proud of?
What I'm very proud of. I feel like there's so many little small wins.
Yeah.
I can't really recall like one big moment,
Okay.
but that could be um me just me just learning how to ride the bus when I first got here and
Oh
then getting
yeah.
yeah, like returning to my home state, that was such a big challenge at first. Like I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if I take this bus to a city, would this bus take me back to like my home state? So that was such a big
Mm,
challenge on my like first week. And then but
yeah.
it was such a small one because I knew that like I learned the whole public transport
Yeah.
system, especially the bus, which always delay.
Mm,
Um, so that was such a small one when I first came. And then this after that, I would say it's my first part-time job working at a
mm,
Korean restaurant. I was like, oh yes, I can finally pay a bit of my bills. So that was
yeah.
nothing to do with my career, but I was like, oh, at least I can earn a bit of this and that. So I was very
Mm,
happy, very proud
mm,
to be like to work in a Korean restaurant, although yeah, that was something. And yeah, along the way there were like a few small wins or like
mm,
where like me and my teammates, like team
mhm,
members, we
mhm.
won a pitch competition. That is another win to do with my
Oh, that's
academic
nice.
side.
Yeah.
And securing a return offer, that is a big win as well. So there's
Hmm.
like different kind of wins, I guess, along
Yeah.
this pathway. And then I feel like
Yeah.
mm, just be like passionate about everything that comes along the way
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
being sad back. Like I feel like resilience and then trying to yeah, reset your mindset and just be prepared. Yeah. And then yeah,
Okay.
just face whatever that comes along the way.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, the multiple wins would be there if even if you cannot think all of them at this point in time, because that's hard. I'm sure there would be many, and that's how you're here now. So now I want to know a little bit about, do you remember the statement of purpose that you wrote before coming to Australia?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I wish I want to read that. I forgot. Like GTE, I think genuine. Yeah,
Genuine
you're right.
temporary entrant.
Yeah, 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 that
Yay!
one.
Do you remember anything?
Um, oh, that was funny. I think I remember that like yeah, I remember when I was applying, I did say I want to study business studies, like I want to pursue business studies. And
Yeah.
then I probably said stuff and then I even said I would go back to Myanmar and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um
Yeah, so I'll tell you the four more important. parts of that document is like, of course, why you want to study in Australia. That's number one. Number
Yeah.
two, why this particular program that you want to study.
Yep.
How will this course help you to get the career that you want to be in? And then what are your post study plans like? That's
Mm,
where most students really want to go back to the country and contribute. And sometimes
mm,
things change. So my question to you, if to rewrite your statement of purpose now, how
mm.
different it will be and what will be the differences?
Oh, very much different. Especially like how you want to study in Australia, that part.
Yeah.
I would write it in a more genuine way. Like, why did I actually choose to study here? Not just because of its diversity or multiculturalism. Like, I think that's a big part. But
Mm.
also, um, adding my first hand experience in that section, I would try to modify that.
Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't change much into like what I want to pursue. I feel like business studies, I still love it, and
Yeah.
I still went to Melbourne Uni. I think that was like a good
Yeah.
choice back then.
So what would
And
you change about the first bit that you said you would change it? Because that's
oh,
something it will be really not good for new students to know because without knowing about Australia and just learning online or there are some obvious aspects. Of course, it is a great nation for multiple reasons. And at some point, I have been helping students and guiding them on how and what is these questions meant. But still, these questions are very individual questions. Like everyone will see it differently because they have different reasons to come to Australia. But then why Australia at the whole country level, how it's changed for you? Like you're saying that it's now different. What is
mm,
that different?
the support and resources you get like
Okay.
from people around you, from your mentor, like from friends and from your uni as well, and from a volunteer organization. So those kind of resources, I feel like Australia do provide you a lot. It is just the
Mm,
time where you know the opportunity exists and then try to grab onto
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah,
So
things
you're
like that. Yeah.
saying the level of resources that
Yeah,
you
support you get.
support that you get is like it's huge,
It's
and
huge.
you were definitely not aware before coming to Australia. So
Yeah, I wasn't aware. Mm.
not aware. So the recommendation for new students could be is to stay in a zone of exploration. Just explore, and there's so
Mm.
much available. That's how I feel. Like I'm like, oh my God, the more I know, the more I get impressed with what I can get. Like because
Mhm.
it's so much available. It's up to you how much can you actually do. So you just have to prioritize, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
that's really
leveraging the
yeah.
people around you. Even your lecturer could be, who know, the person that would write your first referral letter for you. I think that's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
important to build that connection and
Yeah.
yeah, with people around you and leverage on that.
Yeah. In that document, the most important part that's it's not most important, but it is very critical that what exactly is the return of investment? Like, um, why don't you study the same program in your country? Because so if you
Mm.
compare that, if you studied the same program in Myanmar instead of Australia, how would life be different for you?
Oh, I feel like it would be very different. Like here, I am more willing to be open-minded and then
Mhm.
accepting different culture because here I get to meet people from different countries, right? And then different
Mm,
nationalities. And then even in the city, they celebrate different diversity of different cultures. So it's
mm,
eye-opening for me to learn different culture, not only seeing like my country as the only nation or Southeast Asian, that's the most important region, but seeing like, oh, there's different region, like there's East Asian, there's like Latin America, there's like the whole like, just accepting different background. That's already like a very big part of being a person. that is open-minded and having that global mindset,
Yep.
and then being able to adapt to different culture. I think studying in Australia allowed me to expand on those soft skills,
Mm.
and that really helped me in doing international projects. When I do my placement overseas, or when I was working in a group with from different countries, right? So that
Yeah.
would be a big return on investment,
Return on investment.
um, that I wouldn't get if I study back home. But here, that is where I gain that set of soft skills.
Yeah, it's very powerful with what you have. Like it's up to, again, it's up to you what you do with it. But what you
Yeah.
have is a much powerful qualification and skills and knowledge and awareness. Uh,
Mm,
okay, all right, perfect. So, what is my next questions? If you could prepare a super student toolkit before coming for new students, what would that be? Like, what would you suggest? Would you tell them to have some academic skills or hacks, or health and well-being routines, or social and emotional strategies, or practical life skills like transport, banking, budgeting, etc.? Like, which tip would you give to the students, like before coming, what they should
yeah.
really be looking at? Or maybe all of
I think
them, but
definitely like fun things, as well. A
yeah.
mix of everything. I was thinking in terms of and fun things like knowing like the Mikey, like what's the Mikey card, like the
Mm,
basics, like what's the Mikey
yeah.
card, and then also the cheap eats in Melbourne. Um,
Mm,
Something that would definitely help them as they enter Melbourne as an international student, like
mhm, mhm.
just like that little those little things that they have to aware.
Alright.
And also I feel like having a buddy trainer or buddy system, like buddy, a mentor that can
Mentor.
guide them,
Yeah.
talk through
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
talk to them about that. That would be really, really helpful. Just, it doesn't have to be a mentor, like a mentor, but it can be a alumni or someone that
Yeah.
they
It
could
could
have
be
a
a
buddy
friend, it
program.
could be someone, but as long as you know someone who's been here for
Yeah,
long
yeah,
to
yeah.
help you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be really good, like an online buddy system or training or things like that, just right before they enter Melbourne. I
Yeah.
feel like having those conversations really help. Just
Mm.
have conversation, just experiences, just sharing
Mm.
that to the
So, do
person
you
that is
remember the
coming here.
first three people who
Yes.
really helped you?
I would say it was my agent. It's
Okay.
a very nice agent. She
Who
helped
was
me
your
with
agent?
AVSS. Yeah, I was a Myanmar agent that connects all the Myanmar students to Australia. It's called
Mm-hmm.
AVSS. And then they
Mm-hmm.
try to sort all my accommodation out for me, all those, all the complications, so I don't have to worry. So when I come
Mm-hmm.
here, I'm like, oh, yes, okay, all set. I just have to now
Amazing.
connect with people.
Yeah.
Now is the real big problem. Like, they didn't
Yeah.
teach me how to connect with people. They taught me they have done all the stuff they had to do. They
Yeah,
they
but
literally
that's
throw me
that's
like a
what their
ball.
job is. Like they've done
Yeah, the
their
job is
job
done.
really well,
That's,
but yes.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, push, and I'm like, here. I'm like, oh, okay, now great. I'm at this homestay. I have no idea who this person is. And there are two dogs in this house. So those tiny
Yeah.
little things, right, I was like, oh, I'm not prepared because I was not prepared mentally to see these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. I think yeah, this is a little bit of a missing area, and that's what we want to do with Australia Edge, that we really want students that, okay, admissions and visa is really critical. So is all the other logistics. Like you definitely need good awareness about where you'll stay, how you'll travel, how
Mm,
you're going to manage your life, your health, your money, everything else. But then how you look after your mental health, like how you are really aware, like how you get yourself to have a global mindset
yeah.
from day one, to see that okay, there will be a lot of differences and it is a process and it is a journey. It's not gonna
Mm,
happen. It will take time, doesn't matter how prepared you come, since it is a new place. But
mm,
if you come a bit more prepared, it can definitely expedite your, make you go a little faster. It's like if
yeah.
you're going and running a marathon, doesn't matter how prepared you are, it'll still be hard, but you could do it.
Yeah, I
Right?
did.
Thank you so much, Thiri. I really, really appreciate your time. This has
Mm,
been amazing. I've got some great insights from you. And It's amazing. I'm sure a lot of new students and even the new students who are already in Australia, they will also benefit from what you shared. And
Mm.
thank you. Thank you again.
And thank you for inviting me. And I did looked at what you're doing as well, like global education success. And I feel like global mindset is definitely like very important for international students. Yeah, and then like what you said, they no one can like anyone can help them with the visa stuff, but it's really hard. There should be someone guiding them to deal with these cultural nuances and being more having that global mindset, I guess, as they enter this new country. Mm.
Thank you so much for saying that. That's amazing. And thank you for doing the quiz as well. I think that's very insightful. What do you think of that?
Oh, the quiz? Yeah, it was really I feel like it was it's really fast. The quiz, yeah, it wasn't yeah. It was just more like ticking boxes, like
Yeah, it was
um
just, it's less than 5 minutes actually.
yeah, it's pretty interesting the questions. Some of them are like I forgot what I ticked, but it make me think. It gets me thinking like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, because I think we don't think about these two things. One is global mindset, and one is that all of us, no matter how where we come from, or where we are in our journey, we have those kind of superpowers. And if we just focused on one thing at a time, everything else falls in place.
Yeah, true. Thank you
Isn't
so
that
much and enjoy the rest
pleasure?
of the day. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Yes.